It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards.
It's the Lions and the Vikings.
And
it's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Throwing right away is Daniels. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there right off the bat. 54 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he whips that one incomplete there. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
It's 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now a run. Here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. McCarthy operating from the gun. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Now this defense for the Lions, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's McCarthy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is McCarthy. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Daniels looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Caught on the slant. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. On play action, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time. And
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And it's 21-3. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Lions will use use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. As the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this half as the kicks away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll
pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. To the air with McCarthy. Flushed out. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Here's Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
That's caught at the 1. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are pouring it on. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Lions offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle and take it in by Laporta. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That one complete to Naylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw McCarthy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And this one is right through. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 97 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.